Hi, I'm Shoestring Jay and welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things thrifty, frugal and money saving and very occasionally money making. And today is one of those days because I'm going to take you with me to the auction. I don't know why, I'm ridiculously nervous. Today I have come to have a look at the viewing day in the general sale room at our local auction, which I've never done before, so I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm really looking. Let's go and have a look. Okay, I just had a look around and I went and got my bidding number for tomorrow. I did think about just leaving some bids, but because I haven't been to one before, I literally have no idea how much is reasonable to leave and expect to actually win anything. So I'm going to come quite nervous but really excited. It was really fun in there. I think I'm going to enjoy it tomorrow, although I am quite nervous. We will see how it goes. Right, I've just arrived at the auction. Lots of cars here, but I think probably mostly for the livestock auction, which I believe happens every Saturday here, so I'm not going to go anywhere near that. I'll just go and look in the general sale room. I'm quite early, but I want to get a seat near the back. So ideally I want to sit down, but I also don't want to be right at the front so I can see what other people are doing. We'll see though. Anyway, I hadn't realised that running alongside the general sale there was a big outdoor auction of larger bits. As you can see, there's things like tools and garden equipment, builders equipment. There was some nice garden furniture actually. I only had a very quick look because I then realised that more bits had appeared in the sale room since the viewing day, so I wanted to get back and have another quick look. Didn't have a proper look, so I should have. But if you need things like garden pots, which are expensive in the garden centre, aren't they? Look at these lovely wicker chairs, and larger kind of general things. This was the place. Okay, so I just got back from the auction. I ended up staying quite a long time into it because I particularly wanted the sideboard that you can just about see in the back of the car, which is going to have to stay there until Justin gets back because I can't lift it out by myself. It's really heavy. It's quite nice. And I've got 3 boxes of bric-a-brac and china as well to sort through. So I didn't spend too much. There were things that I tried to bid on that I didn't have enough. Well, I put an upper limit on myself, so I missed out on them, but there's no point in overbidding, is there? So I had just the best time. Anyway, let's get this stuff in. So here are the boxes of bric-a-brac and china that I got. I spent £32 on 2 shelves of this stuff, which is called Rose Elegance. I don't know if you can see that. No, it's probably not. It's not very big on that one. Rose Elegance, which is Royal Dalton and Sons. And funnily enough, I already have this. My mum and dad bought me years and years and years ago, before I was properly into vintage stuff, the very same set. We have quite a lot of it in here. So I may take a couple of bits of the stuff I've bought, but mostly it's to sell. And I use this a lot because there's a lot of plates, and when we have people over, I use it. So it's not like individually hugely expensive, but it is worth buying. I think £32, and as I say, there's a lot of it. It's this box and that box, so I thought it was worth it. And then I'll show you some of the other bits. Now, this box and that box over there, the far box, I paid £8 for, but they're not, because it wasn't. I knew it was stuff that wasn't hugely valuable, but worth a go at £8. So I thought if I can get it cheap, if I can get it for under £10, I'll buy it. So that's what I did. So it really, really was fun, the auction. I really enjoyed it. I said to my daughter just now, it's a good job I watched Vlog It, so I knew how to do the nod or the sad shake of the head when I thought I'd gone too high. It's really fun. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm going to show you this is the stuff that I got just for £8. I need my tea though. I was busting for a wee the whole way through as well. I didn't know where the toilets were, and I didn't want to leave early on because there were too many things that I wanted to bid on. I made friends as well. I found a lovely family who lived near my mum, and we were chatting about this and that, and they were telling me what they were going to bid on, and I told them what I was going to bid on. At one point, I stopped bidding on something because they were bidding on it, and I didn't want to outbid them. There's a lot of this. I think there are 6 cups, and this is Paragon, Stoke-on-Trent, Victoriana Rose. One of them I think I noticed was a bit cracked, but this one's okay, it's just dirty. And I think there are some sauces in there as well. So I haven't looked up the value of any of these things, but I'm sure that ultimately these are all going to be worth a lot more than £8. So I wasn't worried about not turning a profit. And there's a lot of this green, it's just plain green Wedgwood, Celadon. And it's very nice. It's very, a bit kind of, what's that stuff called? Berylware, isn't it? It's very much like that. And it's just nice and plain, functional. As I say, for £8, there's a few pieces of these. Let's see what there actually is. I think they're in the other box, most of those, but there's a cup. I'll do the other box first because that's got the rest of this china in it. You guys helped me to do it. This one's got its own very own authentic tea stains in it. Let's see how many pieces I have in this box. It's good for weight training as well, lugging boxes about. And I only drive a Nissan Note. It's not a very big car. And with the sideboard and all of this china, I did actually think I'd have to do a return trip. I did. The guys that work there are really nice, and they helped me to get it all sorted. Oh, there's 2 more of those cups, the green cups, the Dalton green. Another one. So that is 4. Oh yes, and a teapot. I think this teapot's a lovely shape, kind of Art Deco shaped teapot. Don't you think that's nice? That's a really nice shaped teapot. I can't read what it says. Offerturia. I'll look at that. Celadon, Wedgwood Celadon anyway. But I just think that I love that shape. That's a simple, really very nice shape. And what do we have here? I've got 2 bowls, the same thing, 2 cereal bowls. Looks like there's more than 2, I think. 2 side plates. Don't want to break anything on the way up. Okay, this is back to the floral one again. So here I have 5 of the saucers to go with that little cup I showed you. They're so pretty. I love that kind of pretty stuff. I missed out on those 2 Royal Albert tea sets that I really wanted, but they went higher than I was confident about paying. So I was very restrained. It'd be very, very easy to get carried away when you're at auction. If it was for me, then I can do what I want. That actually looks like a Denby one. I've got some of these. It doesn't say Denby, it just says made in England, but it certainly isn't the same as that Wedgwood one. I would say that I'll match it with the other ones I've got. I'm a bit at all surprised if that's not a Denby salt pot. And I've got some more of the floral ones. So I've got another 2 there. Another of the saucers to go with the green cups. So I have, if I'm having a look at them. So I've got 5 saucers. Are they all the same shape? They don't seem to be quite the same shape. These are actually different. So these are Royal Dalton, but they're Spode and they're slightly lighter coloured. And they've got a different marking. So there's those 2 saucers there. This one I think is going to be the Celadon. Yes, it is. So one of those. That's another one of those. another celadon. So they're two random saucers that don't go with the cups. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the cups. I don't know if I do them together or not. And then we have, oh yes, got another one. Oh, this is the one that was quite cracked, of the Paragon. There may have been 2 that were cracked actually. That one's okay. It's just such a pretty, I love that. I suck up for this floral china. I think it's beautiful. That's around, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones were cracked. I thought 2 of them were potentially cracked, but for £8. Oh, this one's filthy. Filthy, but it's not cracked. So I've got 4 that aren't cracked. Oh, 5 that aren't cracked. That's good. So that's good, and I have 5 saucers, so that actually is fine. Lots of free bubble wrap. They were scrabbling around trying to find me bubble wrap. I think I was the queen of the china. Right, so then I've got another celadon. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it. You'll probably tell me if I'm saying it wrong. 2. So these are different shapes though. One's a dinner plate. Well, they're both dinner plates, but one's small, one's big. Another small one. And another 2 big ones, but a different shape to that other one. It's interesting. So that's all of that box. And then moving on to the other box, there was a lot of random glassware, which probably wasn't, and cutlery, which I didn't even notice actually. This is pool pottery. I don't know if it's got any value, but it's really pretty. Rather like it. I'll have to look it up and see if that has any value. And then there's like a fruit bowl or something, just a pressed glass fruit bowl. No maker, no idea if that's got any value really. I don't know. And then a lot of this kind of amber coloured glass. So there was it's either a punch bowl or maybe a trifle bowl with these little individual trifle. It could be punch. Tell me in the comments what you think. It's not got a lid. I haven't got any handles actually, so that's got to be trifle, hasn't it? Or dessert of some sort. So perhaps you have your fruit salad in there. This is the main one. Has it got a make? No, it's just a kind of amber coloured pressed glass, but very vintage, quite nice. And so they have the big bowl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the little small bowls. And then I have a whole load of cutlery here. No idea about this cutlery. Millercraft Sheffield. Quite nice handles actually. Those are quite nice knives. They're really quite nice. The knives are good. I like those. There was one older one. I don't know if that's also the same. That's a different one. Oh no, it's not. That's Bladen. That doesn't feel as nice quality as these Millercraft ones. They actually feel quite nice. Again, no idea of value yet. Haven't picked it up. And then the other stuff is just kind of random old spoons and things, which I have no idea if they've got any value. Arthur Price and Co. Again, I'll have to look them up. But I like just doing the research. I think it's just very interesting, even if they're not worth anything and end up going to the charity shop or whatever, or give them away for free, then I just still find it very interesting. So that's all the general bric-a-brac. And then I've got a lot of this Rose Elegans stuff, which is Dalton. As I say, I've had this for years. And I think my parents must have bought this for me maybe 20 years ago. And I always liked it. I used to have a duck egg blue sitting dining room, and I think it kind of went with it. And I don't have that now, but I've always liked it. And I bring it out for best, or when I've got a lot of people here and I need more plates. This is a big jug and a small jug. And then there's a vegetable tureen. I've already got the vegetable tureen. There's loads of plates. There are cups and saucers. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, as you can see, there's 2 boxes, one really big box full. So I think, although that cost me £32, I'll just get my receipt actually. So check that. So the 2 boxes of general china, glass and cutlery cost £8, as I say. The Rose Elegance tea dinner service cost £32. You do have to add 15% on top of that. And then I bought the unit, which I haven't bought in here yet, for £60. And then on top of that, so I came to £100. On top of that, I had to pay £15 buyer's premium, because it's 15%, and then £3 on top because that's VAT on top of the buyer's premium. So I'm getting cramped sitting here. So I'm very pleased with it, with what I've bought. But more than that, I just really enjoyed the experience so much. It was really, really fun. And I got to chat to loads of nice people, and they had an outdoor auction as well, but I wasn't really quite so interested in that. I think it's something that Justin has been to in the past, years ago, and would probably enjoy as well. There were all kind of tools and garden furniture and random things, conservatory furniture. It was all outside, so I don't know how they managed that on a day when it's quite wet. There were a few kind of electricals as well out there, but the sale happens at the same time as the general sale. So if you're interested in things from either side, you just have to put a blind bid on one thing. But one thing I did notice, that where people had obviously put a bid and then gone away, it was always used as the starting point and always went up. I don't think anything was just like, we've got a bid for £15, it's selling for £15, certainly not in the general sale room anyway. So I don't think I would ever do that. I think I'd have to go. And you could just kind of gauge things. I mean, for example, I never really intended to buy this. I just thought, well, I'll see how it goes. I hadn't got the 2 Royal Doulton floral things that I wanted. So I thought, well, let's just see how it goes. And if it doesn't look like there's a massive interest in it, I will put in some low bids on it, and I'll have like £40 as my upper limit. And then I got it for 32. So yeah, so I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And I will definitely be going again. It's only once a month though, so. What are you doing, Lolly? Dora stolen your box? Yes, isn't she? Lolly's very excited about this, aren't you? It's all my treasure. Don't you jump around on it and break any of it, or you'll be in trouble. I might send you to auction, Dora. If they sell you by the pound, we'll be okay, won't they? So just doing a bit of research on eBay. This seems to be from a range called the Delphis range. It's signed, I'll find out who that's by. But there's a whole range and it's sold quite well. So a similar one went on bids for £22. And there are others that, and somebody's asking a lot more, but I think sometimes they're very optimistic. I was looking at solds. So that's a good find for my £8 box, isn't it? Here it is in position. Really pleased with it. It's a really good quality, really heavy, as we discovered when we tried to lift it out of the car. Oak sideboard. It would have cost quite a few £100 new. It cost me 60. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you do. Do you go to auctions? Do you buy? What sort of things do you buy? Do you think what I bought was actually decent value? Is it something that you would pick up? What kind of things do you look for? And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe if you... Cat's having a great time. Subscribe if this is the kind of content that you enjoy. I will see you next time. Bye for now.